Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another episode of budget builds where I take a set amount of coins and try to build out certain points of the roster. So I've done one where I built an entire forward core for like 100K. I've also done an entire defense core for 100,000. I had a comment on the last video that was a top 6 for 500,000 coins. So this is probably going to pertain to people that have more coins and, they're kind of hut rich, or at least maybe you've saved up your coins and you're not really sure who to invest in. So I'm going to try and do that. If you guys enjoy these videos, let me know in the comments section and some other, parameters that you would like to see me do a video on. Guys, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe and give the video a like. All right, let's get into budget builds. Something else I want to touch on, guys, before we get into my selections for a 500K top 6, and that's like, it's very difficult to build up XFactors with just coins. So I just want to mention this, that I still think that XFactors are definitely the way to go. It's just that you want to be taking untradeable rewards and then turning those untradeable rewards into power-up collectibles, because I just think it's far and away the best. And if you play Hut Champs, I've mentioned this a ton as well, make sure that you're turning those into power-up collectibles, because it's very easy to have a ton of top-end XFactors, but for doing a video like this where I'm just setting a set amount of coins, I tried to fit like maybe one XFactor in, let's say even the 88 Barzal. It was like 300,000 coins to take him, to get the card and then upgrade him. So I just want to make that very clear, is that if you're upgrading XFactors, don't do them with coins ever, like especially endgame ones. Like if you have McDavid, there's no reason to put coins into him, because you're not going to ever turn him down and revert back to his first form so that you could sell, unless you get him untradeable. But just for an example, you're not going to ever refund those. So make sure you're doing it with collectibles. It's just much more worth it. So I just wanted to mention that before we get into this, because in this video, there's not going to be any X factors, even though I think that there is some if I was doing like a best way to build a top-end top 6. It's just, you can't do it with coins. So I just want to make that clear. All right, we're going to start first with my second line. Again, I've got 500,000 coins to build a top 6. And we're going to save some money on the second line with the 88 Akil Thomas, 35,000 coins, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 95 agility. His shot is very good. His hand stats are a little bit left to be desired, but his faceoffs are 85, 91 defensive awareness, 92 stick checking with Thief activated, and that's one of the more popular ones that you should look to activate. I just think this is still one of the better buys, and again, I'm always going to hype him up because, well, he's an ice dog. Nonetheless, he's just a very, very good card, and one that, slowly people are starting to realize it, but he's going to get passed by some of the newer cards that come up, but still, 35,000 coins for this, you're laughing. Then as well, coming in at 35,000 coins, we've got Trevor Gretzky, the Play of the Year card with Applesauce and Magician, again, two that I think that you should try and look to activate. 91 speed, 91 acceleration, can get up to 95 agility, shots around 90s, hand stats are almost perfect. Just a very good complementary card to Akil Thomas, and early on, like I said, we're trying to save some money on the second line, and when you add everything up, I think this 88 Zegras for 35,000 coins is a great left-handed winger. Then lastly, on the second line, this might be one of the best buys in the entire game right now. He's got Magician and Thief. Both are very good synergies to activate. Heart and Soul, again, you're probably not going to get that activated, but nonetheless, 93 speed, 92 acceleration, and 93 agility with Magician activated. His shot isn't amazing, but his wrist shot accuracy at 91 is fine. He's going to play the wing. Hand stats are phenomenal. He's not going to be great defensively, but you don't need him to be. This is, again, one of the better buys that you can get in the entire game right now. The 88 Matthew Barzal, 35,000 coins. Definitely the card I want to round out the second line in the 500,000 coin build. Onto the first line, and this one is obvious because so many people can pull him, because every time that packs are opened, base Connor McDavid is in packs. It doesn't matter what event is out, what's going on. He is always going to fall because there's just an abundance of him, and eventually everyone's either going to have him or have his X factor. So that's why you're going to see his price fall continuously. But 60,000 coins right now is a big steal for the first line, because you're going to get 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 93 agility, 93 on the wrist shot accuracy. Hand stats are all above 93. Like, just an incredible left-handed winger. And again, for 60,000 coins, you can really then spend up on the center and right-handed winger card for this build, and I think this is just a really easy one. All right, on to the bigger guns here. For 150,000 coins, you can get the 90 primetime Steven Stamkos. There is a 91 version as well, and it's going for roughly the same price, obviously, because of buzzing. But when you get Protector activated on this card, as well as defensive stats are amazing. 93 defensive awareness, 92 stick checking, and 87 on the draw. The only issue is that if you have, you don't want to play right-handed centerman. But for this, we're gonna pretend like you will. 93 speed, 93 acceleration, and 97 agility. His shot is in the 90s as well. This would be my number one center if I had 500,000 to build a top six. Think he's just well-rounded, perfect, and Steven Stamkos cards this year have been absolutely electric. His just build is very, very good, and he's getting a lot of prime times and team of the weeks and things like that. So in this build, 150,000 coins, no-brainer. And then lastly, for 180,000 coins, we've got the 91 Nathan MacKinnon. He's got Gladiator and Thief. Again, you could play him at center if you like, but 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 94 agility, and then his shot all above 90. Nathan MacKinnon cards this year, I've mentioned this in prior years. Nathan MacKinnon cards have never really felt like their stats indicate. They've always been cards that I've ended up hating, and majority of the community as well. Like, they just don't feel as fast as his stats indicate. This year is completely different. I don't know if it's like the new stick in physics or skating, something. Nathan MacKinnon cards are absolutely electric. So be on the lookout for Nathan MacKinnon's X Factor if you can still. I think it's one of the better ones. But this would be the other card to round out the 500,000 coin top six. Something I want to mention, I don't think this is the best way to spend 500,000 coins, guys, but this is just, again, kind of an exercise to see, kind of a fun little video. The one thing I do want to mention is that I think the play is to still invest in some X factors via the choice sets and all of that to build up the, your options there. You're looking for the end game ones, and then obviously when you go to upgrade, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you never want to use coins. You want to use, I'm upgrading Eichel right now. I'm waiting for my rewards so I can trade in untradables and then, turn them into power up collectibles so I can move him up. If you're doing it by coins, it's just way too expensive. I think that, you're better to buy the cards to use for that X Factor set. I just wanted you guys to keep that in mind. I think X Factors, like I said, the reason why I promote and suggest getting them, especially if you play the game a lot, is that you know what you have. Like, I could leave right now. Let's say I start playing MLB or Madden. I'm like, I'm done with NHL, okay, or Halo. And I come back in 3 months. This is my team. I know that if I grind for a couple weeks via Hut Champs, Rivals, Squad Battles, I can build up enough untradables and collectibles via Hut Champs that I can just turn these cards into their higher overalls. Is it going to cost an absolute ton? Yes, but I know that it is possible. It's not like I have to spend another $300 in February just to get up enough cards to, hope for a big-time pull and buy the 95, Eichel. So that's why I just wanted to mention that. But for this video, like I said, I wanted to try and build a top six for 500,000 coins. And I think it was kind of fun because that was like what it was prior years. I think X Factors are still an amazing addition to the game, but I was just I wanted to see what it was like in prior years. And really, if you're new to Hut, what I just showed you, that build, that was basically how you had to spend your coins because there was no upgradable cards outside of a few. So if you guys liked the video, let me know in the comment section down below and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.